It's been a fun week since you glared at me, tilted your head like, go ahead, explain it. 5 days since you laughed at me, said keep on talking, you're just making it better. 3 days since the living room, I knew I was wrong, but I wasn't gonna say it yesterday. You were over it, but it'll take 2 more days before I admit it. Hold up now, here comes the rerun. Same fight, new night, we both know the outcome. I move 1 cup, you move 3, the counter needs a referee. You say I never notice things, I notice when you notice me. Hot like the coffee that I left, it getting colder. Big like the story, getting taller every time you tell it over. 1 look, I duck quick, you call it selective hearing, I call it advanced acoustics. Gonna make a case about the toothpaste. Wrong cap, wrong shelf, wrong time, wrong facial expression in the first place. I like quiet, you like answers, neither one is getting either. I start making little speeches, you start cleaning out the freezer. Gotta take a drive because the room is getting smaller. Hit the curb, missed the turn, now you're laughing even harder. You say, this is serious, I say I can tell. Then we both start smiling, which completely ruins hell. How can I help it if you're funny when you're mad? Trying not to laugh because I know that makes it bad. I'm the kind of guy who picks the worst time for a joke. Can't explain why that is funny when the whole thing's up in smoke. I have a tendency to say what's in my head. I have a history of wishing I had waited instead. It's been a fun week since you glared at me, threw your hands in the air like you're impossible. 5 days since you came at me, then forgot what you were mad about halfway through it. 3 days since the living room, you said I was wrong, and I said that's debatable. Yesterday you were over it, now I sit here and wait till you say you're sorry. Kitchen table arbitration, you bring evidence and timestamps, I bring poor interpretation. Watching late night television with the volume barely breathing. You asked, are you still mad? I say no, obviously seething like a traffic light. I'm changing like the weather, rearranging like a coupon with conditions I'm impossible to satisfy. You say I dramatize, I say that's an exaggeration. Then I give a 6-part lecture on your tone and punctuation. Gonna get a better system for remembering anniversaries. Gonna write it on the calendar and hide it under batteries. Gonna learn to shut my mouth before the joke becomes a problem. Gonna fail at that by Tuesday, but at least I'll say I called it. We can turn a missing sock into a major investigation. Build a case around a sigh and call it hostile negotiation. Then you sneeze, I say bless you when the courtroom disappears. Funny how the battle ends with laughing through your tears. How can I help it if you're funny when you're mad? Trying not to laugh because I know that makes it bad. I'm the kind of guy who picks the worst time for a joke. Can't explain why that is funny when the whole thing's up in smoke. I have a tendency to say what's in my head. I have a history of wishing I had waited instead. It's been a fun week since you glared at me, dropped your hands to your sides and said I'm sorry. 5 days since I laughed at you, said I knew we'd both forget what started all this. 3 days since the living room, we figured we're both wrong enough to call it even. Yesterday you just smiled at me, but it'll take 2 more days before we stop keeping score. It'll take 2 more days before we stop keeping score. It'll take 2 more days before we call this a fun week. Same couch, same keys, same argument.